Chapter 1 Integers for from R.S. Aggarwal for class 7. Now the first question, these are all objective questions, and here we need to have thorough understanding of integers before we start solving. These are miscellaneous questions, some about addition and subtraction, some about multiplication and division. So let's see how to solve. Now first question is simple. Minus sign is outside and minus sign is inside the bracket. So same sign, whether minus minus or plus plus, means finally when we remove the bracket it will be plus. So it will become 6 plus 8. 6 plus 8 is equal to 14. So for 1, option C is the correct answer, 14. By how much does, now I'm taking question number 3. Some of the questions like 2 here, 4, you can see I have not included. I have not included for the simple reason that I do not want to solve all the questions for you, because those are the questions that you should solve. I just want to show you the way in which you need to solve the questions. But if you want, if you have any doubts in any other questions that I'm not attempting, please let me know in the comment section. I will definitely solve those questions for you in another video, but you have to let me know in the comment section. Now question number 3 says, by how much does 2 exceed minus 3? How much bigger is 2 than minus 3? How do we find? Only by subtraction. So we'll do 2 minus of minus 3. That will give us the answer. So again here, same sign, that is negative inside the bracket as well as outside. So it will be plus when we remove the bracket. 2 plus 3 is 5. So for question number 3, option D, 5 is the correct answer. Now question number 5 says, how much less than minus 2 is minus 6? Means minus 6 is how much smaller than minus 2. We know in a number line, as we move towards the left, the value of the integers keeps on decreasing. So therefore minus 6 is definitely less than minus 2. Question is asking how much. So how will we know? We have to subtract minus 6 from minus 2. So how do we write that? Minus 2 minus of minus 6, right? That way we will be able to find the how much minus 6 is less. So here again same thing we will do. Upon removing, it will be plus 6 when we remove the bracket. So minus 2 plus 6, different signs, different sign integers. So if there are different sign integers like this, like minus 2 and plus 6, then we need to subtract and give the resultant. We have to give the sign of the bigger number. Which is the bigger number here? Plus 6. 6 has bigger absolute value. What is the sign here? Plus. So answer will be plus. It is 4. Okay. So option A for question number 5 is the correct answer. Now what does 8 say? What must be subtracted from minus 3 to get minus 9? Okay, to understand this question, let's understand, when we add a negative integer to another negative integer, let's say minus 3, I add with minus 6. Okay, then what will happen? I'll get minus 3 different signs outside the bracket as well as inside the bracket. So when we remove the bracket, it will be minus here, minus 6. Then we get minus 9, which is a value smaller than both these values, minus 3 and minus 6. From both these values, the answer that we get is minus 9 is smaller. Either this way, but the question is saying what must be subtracted from minus 3, but here we are doing addition. So this is not the way that we need to find the answer. We need to know what must be subtracted to get minus 9. From minus 3 to get minus 9. So we are getting a resultant value which is smaller than minus 3. So what must we put here? Definitely we will put a positive integer here. When we either we add two negative integers to get a negative integer which is smaller than this, or to get a number like this, minus sign which is smaller, minus 9 which is smaller than minus 3, we need to subtract a positive integer. Then what we will get? When we remove this bracket, what will happen? I'll just erase this part so that we arrive at minus 9. What will happen? Minus 3. Here there is no sign inside the bracket, means it is a positive integer, plus 6. So different signs, minus outside, inside it is plus. So finally it will become minus 6 when we remove the bracket. So again it becomes minus 9, which is a value smaller than minus 3, and 6, right? Both the 6 and minus 3, the value is smaller, minus 9 is smaller. So this is the way, right? So either plus minus, we do some like this, or we do ulta, minus plus. Answer that we arrive at minus 9. But the method that we need to use is this one, second option. Why? Because it is saying what must be subtracted, not added to minus 3 to get minus 9. It's saying what is subtracted from. So by this method we have to go. Okay. So the answer is option C, 6. All right. For question number 8. Or else we can start, we can do this question using algebra. How? Let's see. I'll erase this part here, and here we will solve using algebra. Let this number be x. Okay, that we are trying to find. What must be subtracted? Let that be x. So minus 3 minus of x will be equal to minus 9. So how will I find the value of x? I'll take the x this side. It will become plus x on going that side, and minus 9 I will bring this side. It will become plus 9 on coming this side. So it will become minus 3 plus 9 equal to x, right? So x value will be, therefore x will be equal to two different sign integers. So it will be subtraction, it will be 6, and it will be positive because 9 is of greater value and it's positive. So answer will also be positive. So x value will be equal to 6. This is another method. Whichever method you are comfortable with, you can use that. Either use simple arithmetic logic or use algebra. On subtracting, I'm going to question number 10. On subtracting minus 13 from minus 8, what do we get? So here we need to do subtraction. What will come first? Definitely minus 8, because the question is saying subtracting minus 13 from minus 8. So minus of minus 13 will write. Because of subtraction, this minus is for subtraction, and this minus here inside the bracket is for negative integer minus 13. So minus 8, when we remove the bracket, it will be plus, it will be plus, because two same sign integers are there, same sign is there inside and outside the bracket. So it will be plus when we remove the bracket. So it will be plus 13. So 13 minus 8 will be how much? It will be 5, and it will be positive. We subtracted because minus and plus here, different sign integers here. So we subtracted and got 5, and 13 is a bigger value. It's positive integer. So answer will be positive. So option C for question number 10. I hope I'm clear with this. Let's solve other questions from the same exercise 1D. Now let's solve question number 11. Question number 11 says minus 36 divided by minus 9 is equal to how much? So here we have got two same sign integers. So answer will be positive. First, let's determine the what will be the sign. Sign will be positive in the quotient. Whatever quotient or whatever answer we get will be positive, because two same sign integers are there, negative, negative. 9 fours are 36, so it will be plus 4, or only 4 if I write is one and the same thing. It's a positive integer. So 11 option A is the correct answer. Now which of the following is a true statement? Option A says minus 11 is greater than minus 8. It is not true, because in the number line, as we move towards the left, the numbers keep decreasing in value, which means minus 1 is the biggest negative integer. Okay, and so minus 11, if we see, it will come later, after in between there will be two numbers, and then minus 8 is there. So definitely minus 11 value is less than minus 8. So minus 8. So option B, you see, minus 11 is less than minus 8. That is the correct answer. No need to look at option C, because we have only one option which is correct. Question number 16 says the sum of two integers is minus 4. If one of them is 6, then the other is, first method is, we'll see by simple logic how we'll find the answer. So 6 plus something is equal to minus 4. So here what is happening? When we add, generally if we add two positive integers, the value that we get will always be greater, right? If I write here 6, and let's say I write 4 here, then 6 plus 4 will be 10, which is a value which is bigger than both 6 and 4. But here the value is decreasing. 6 is one of the addends. These are two addends here in addition. So 6 is greater than minus 4. Upon addition also the value is decreasing. The resultant is not bigger. That means here there is a negative integer and that negative integer absolute value is greater than this 6. Which means what it can be? It will be minus 10. It has to be a negative integer but not a small one. Definitely absolute value is bigger than 6. That is why subtraction, we have to do finally subtraction, and that's why the value is becoming 4, and then minus sign of this is bigger, I mean this negative integer is bigger value, so this minus sign is coming in the answer. That is the reason. So here if we do 6 plus of minus 10, what we get finally? If we remove the bracket, it will be minus, because two different sign, plus outside and minus inside, means it will be like this, 6 minus 10 when we remove the bracket. So it will become 4, because subtraction now, positive integer here, negative integer here. That means subtraction we have to do. 10 minus 6 is 4 and 10 is a bigger value, so answer will be minus 4. So this is one method of determining the answer. Another method is algebra. We'll write 6 plus x is equal to minus 4. Okay, so here what we will do, we will take this 6 to the other side to find the answer. So if 6 will go to the other side, this side it is plus 6, means other side it will become, when we transpose it will become minus 6. So two same sign integers here, minus 4 and minus 6, means we have to add to find the answer. Okay, two same sign integers addition. So it will be 6 plus 4, 10, and both are negative, so answer will also be negative. X is equal to minus 10. Two methods to find the answer. So option A for question number 16 is the correct option. 18. The additive inverse of minus 6. Additive inverse means any number additive inverse will be such that when we add it, it will become 0. Add the additive inverse to that number, it will become 0. So minus 6 plus 6, if we add, then it will be 0. So option C is the correct answer. Additive inverse of 18 is option C, 6. Okay, let's solve other questions from the same chapter. Now let's solve question number 19. Question number 19 we can solve in two ways. Question is saying minus 15 into 8 plus minus 15 into 2. Either you do it like this, minus 15 into 8 will be how much? It will be 15 into 8 is 120, and it will be negative because here one integer is negative, the other is positive, so answer will be negative. Two different signs means negative. Again, minus 15 into 2 is how much? It is minus 30. With the same logic, it will be minus negative in answer. So if you have to plus this 2, what it will be? Minus this side it will be minus 120 plus minus of 30. So when you remove the bracket, it will be negative. So minus 120 minus 30 will be minus 150. This is one method. Another method that you can solve is using distributive property. What is distributive property telling us? That A into B plus A into C is equal to A into B plus C, right? So we can arrange it into A into B plus C. What is the value of A here? A value is minus 15. What is the value of B? B is 8. And again A's value is minus 15 and C value is 2. So if you write it in the form of A into B plus C, it will be minus 15, 8 plus 2 within brackets, right? B plus C is 8 plus 2. So minus 15 into 10. It will be minus 150 because two different sign integers are being multiplied. So it will be negative. So minus 50. Either you do this way or this way. Using the distributive property over multiplication over addition. Either you use this second option or you go for the first one. This one is, simplifies the way to solve the question. Okay. Because the question itself is in the form of A into B plus A into C. So option is minus 150, which is B. Now for question number 20, the question says minus 12 into 16, minus of minus 12 into 14. So similarly, let's do it here. Minus 12 into 16, minus of minus 12 into 14. So first let's solve minus 12 into 16. It will be minus 72. and then minus sign I'll keep it as it is. This subtraction wala minus sign I'll keep like this as it is here. And then 12 into 4 is 48, but it will be minus 48, and because two different sign integers again, minus 12 with positive integer plus 4. So it will be minus in the answer. I'll put this inside the bracket, this product of minus 12 with 4. So finally, when I remove the bracket, it will become plus, because minus and minus both outside and inside same sign. So it will be plus in the answer. So finally, minus 72 plus 4 will be, here I need to do subtraction because different sign integers are there. So if I subtract, it will be 72 minus 48 is how much? 12 minus 4 is 12 minus 8 is 4. Sorry, I just said by mistake. 12 minus 8 is 4. And since I have borrowed 1 here, it will be 6 left over here. So 6 minus 4 will be 2. So 24, and it will be minus. Why? Because the absolute value of 72 is a bigger value. So the negative sign will come, its negative sign will come in the answer. So it is minus 24. So option B is the correct answer. Let's solve question number 21. It says minus 27 into minus 16 plus minus 27 into minus 14 is equal to how much? So I write minus 27 into minus 16 plus minus 27 into minus 14. It is in the form of A into B plus A into C. So A into B plus C is A into B plus C. So here I'll write minus 27 inside the outside the bracket, and within the bracket I will write minus 16 plus minus 14. Okay, plus sign is for this addition we are doing here, plus C, that plus sign, and minus 14 I am putting inside bracket because it is a negative integer. So here I'll again do the other steps, next steps. So minus 27, now we will remove the parenthesis. It will become minus 16, and plus and minus 14 will be minus 14, right? Plus outside, minus inside means when we remove the bracket, it will be minus. Two different signs, it will be minus. So here same sign means addition we will have to do. So 16 plus 14 is 30, and same sign integers means their sign will come in the resultant sum. So it will be minus 30. So here I have to do 27 into minus 30. Since same sign integers are being multiplied, answer will be positive, and 27 into 30 is 27 into 3 is 81, and the 0 will come here. This is 810, and it will be positive because minus minus are being multiplied. So it will be plus in the answer. So question number 21, option B is the correct answer. Question number 23 says the sum of two integers is 93. If one of them is minus 59, the other one is what? So here is one addend we don't know, the other addend, okay, that is minus 59, and when we add these two, we are getting 93. So minus 59 is very less, then is much lesser than 93. That means this is a positive integer and its value is quite big. How will we get that? If we add 59 with 93, then we will get this value. This much we know. So what will come if we add with 93? It will be 9 plus 3 is 12. 1 gets carried over. 9 plus 6, right? 9 plus 6 is 15. So it is 152. Okay, 152 is the correct answer for question number 23. C is the correct answer. So for verification, you can, from here, you can remove this bracket to check. So 152, if you remove this bracket, plus outside minus inside means it will be minus. So minus 59. So minus 59 means we need to do here subtraction. So if we subtract here 12, we need 12. 12 minus 9 is 3. Then what remains here is 14. 14 minus 5. 14 minus 5 is 9. So answer becomes 93. So it's correct. 152 is the correct answer for question number 23. So if you are watching all the videos and able to understand and liking the way I am explaining you all the questions and the chapters, please like, share and subscribe to my channel Siddhi Academics. This is Amrita signing off for now.